morning, good morning, good morning.
So I think the Zyrtec really helped. I didn't wake up feeling really hoarse. I don't really have that much drainage in the back, with the sinuses and stuff. Yeah, Zyrtec helped for sure. I do still have a little bit of raspiness, but that's because it's morning time and just morning dry throat kind of stuff, which is great. So I'm still going to take the Zyrtec for a few more days. But yeah, Zyrtec really helped. So if you have some kind of raspy, sore throat, nasal drip, something or other happening, and it's lasting like more than 5 days, get yourself a Zyrtec, some Zyrtec. Take one Zyrtec a day. Unless you're allergic, don't do that. But do what your doctor says, and it really helps. It did. I feel good.
Come in, my dear. You're just in time for tea.
Now, when you call somewhere just to complain, okay, so let me back up. The gentleman calls in to complain, or to see rather, why he's getting a bill from a provider. Why is he getting a bill from the provider is what he's complaining about. Like, okay, gives me the incorrect date of service that we don't have on file, because the date he gave me is not the date of service. He gives me a billed amount that we do not have on file because it is not the correct billed amount. Then proceeds to tell me that I should be telling the provider, or that I, as in TRICARE, should be telling the provider when it's okay or that it's not okay to bill a patient. He says, 46 years, I've never had any problems with TRICARE. And then on May 1st, this yada yada happened. So coincidentally, on May 1st, TRICARE went from Military and Veterans Health to TMEP, or TMEP, which stands for TRICARE Medicare Eligible Patients. Anywho, same company, just a different name. So nothing changed on our end. We might have some internal processings that have changed, but nothing that affects the patient. So coincidentally, apparently, this provider's system changed on the same day. And he thinks that the provider system and our system are connected. Why he thinks that? I have no idea. He also seems to think that TRICARE has the authority to tell a provider that they can or cannot bill, when they can and cannot bill a patient. There are some circumstances in which a provider cannot bill a patient, but that is after we receive a claim and it has processed correctly, and there's certain amounts or whatever that they can or cannot bill a patient. All right? Now, the provider, for some reason, billed the claim before checking with TRICARE on whether or not we paid the claim. The patient calls the provider's billing people ask them about the bill. The provider says, well, TRICARE hasn't paid the claim. So instead of the provider calling TRICARE to get the payment information, they send a bill to the patient. This is a regular thing that happens with providers. They will bill the patient instead of asking the insurance if we've paid. Why they do this? I don't know. Maybe because most providers feel that we should just pay, don't ask questions. Here in the United States, that's not how it works. Anywho, the patient feels that TRICARE should have the authority to tell the provider that they can't bill the patient until after checking with TRICARE. We do not have this authority. We cannot tell the provider that they cannot bill the patient before calling the insurance. Their billing practices are not for our discussion. It's not our authority. We can't tell the provider to bill allow however many days. Ethically, they should allow 30 to 90 days for any insurance company or federal or whatever, any insurance company to receive and process a claim. They should allow that much. Most of the time, the provider's system is set up to pend the claim for 30 days, which is what happened here, because the patient was giving me a date that was not the correct date. It was 30 days after the actual correct date. It took some figuring out, some looking around and whatever, to figure out that the patient is not giving me the right dates. Regardless, multiple things are happening here. The patient doesn't know what they're talking about. The provider is too impatient to wait for TRICARE to pay. And TRICARE has no control over the provider's billing practices. So he assumes that by me contacting the provider, billing office, whatever, that me saying, you guys should do this, is going to change the provider's billing practices. I did not tell this patient that's a waste of time, but instead I took down the phone number for the provider's billing. I took down the account number and other information, and that's it. I did not call the provider because it is a waste of time. If he wants to change the provider's billing practices, he, the patient, needs to talk to the provider, whoever runs their billing office. That's who he needs to talk to. Not TRICARE, not anybody else. He's like, it's causing a problem. And it's always going to cause a problem. There is nothing TRICARE can do to change the provider's billing practices. It is not in our authority to do so. They do not have to follow TRICARE's billing practices when it comes to submitting an initial claim. They don't have to, but they should. They should, but that doesn't mean they have to. So I said all that to say this. when, as a patient, if you're calling somewhere, patient or customer, whatever, if you're calling somewhere, have the information, the right information available. It just makes our jobs a lot easier. That's really all I wanted to say. Zyrtec. Zyrtec is an allergy medicine, right? So what does the allergy medicine doing for this ailment that I have? So what I have is I guess I have like the post-nasal drip. It's my closet door. Post-nasal drip, so it's like, drips in the back of your throat. The doctor said, even though you can't tell that it's dripping back there, it is. And so this is supposed to help. I don't think it's supposed to dry it up, like Sudafed or something would dry it up a lot, but I think like I really honestly don't know. Zyrtec is an allergy medicine, and so what's causing everything is the drip. It goes into the lungs. The lungs get in the fluid and whatever. So like when I do this, it helps. Breaks up whatever's there, right there, and I can expel it. That's what we were trying to do, is just expel the liquid. Expel it. Expelliarmus. Okay, I have a question. Is it Expelliarmus or Expelliarmus? Because people, I've never read the books, like the words, because I'm half blind, but I've listened, and the way they say it in Harry Potter is without the R. They say Expelliarmus. But it could be Armus, because you know how British people don't say their R's usually? Actually, they don't say their R's at all, I'm pretty sure. I should just Google it. Expelliarmus just sounds weird. Expelliarmus sounds way better than the Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus is, I don't know, it sounds dumb. Either way, I think I have to get back to work now, so I'll talk to you later. Just got an email. The UC position for TRICARE for Life has been opened. I have just applied, just submitted. And if Michelle is the next one to do the review or the interview, should be the one to get it. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Hi. Good evening. I'm eating a mozzarella cheese wrap. A cheese wrap is this. It's a wrap made out of cheese. It has 8 grams of protein. It's gluten-free. I don't need to know anything about the gluten, but they're really thin. You see, they're not, they're kind of opaque. You can see light through it though. So they're not transparent. They're translucent. Let's make a face. I made a cheese face. It doesn't fit. Let's try it without the glasses. It's a cheese mask. It's not working very well. The cheese mask doesn't fit. Oh, I broke the cheese mask. Oh, I got hair on my mouth. I could just eat the cheese. Once upon a time, I wanted stuffed peppers, but it didn't have a bowl or a ramekin or whatever to put the pepper in so I could build the stuffed pepper. So I purchased these. They are tiny bread loaf pan things. What am I doing with this? What? You might ask. What I'm doing is I'm taking some tater tots that I have left over here. And I'm going to make individual cheesy tater tot thingies. Loaves? Probably. Will they, the question is, will they stick? No, because I'm gonna grease it up in a second. All right, so they're greased. Greased up. I greased them up. Greased, whatever. I greased it. What? I don't know what her problem is. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna wrap them in the cheese wrap. That's why I'm talking about the cheese wraps. I'm talking about mozzarella cheese because it's good. I already ate 2 of them, and so hopefully it won't be. So I'm gonna lay it in there like this, and then we're gonna put in some tater tots on the bottom. Just lay them all out even on the bottom. Stuff them in as much as I can. This should be like this, and like this. I'll put one standing upright, like. I don't know, I have to do it like this. Come on, get it in there. So like this. So we got one standing upright. It's okay. And we're gonna fold over the cheese. Just fold it over like this. Put another layer on of the tater tots. Another layer of the tots. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Another layer of the tots. I'm making this up. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just making something up, some bullshit up, and just gonna. This is just what I'm doing, okay? We're just gonna be layering on tater tot madness. Tater tot, cheesy tater tot madness. There we go. We got another layer on here. Like this. So now we have regular shredded cheese. Shredded cheddar cheese. And I'm gonna put a sprinkle of that on top, really just to stick it together. Could I have just done layers of shredded cheese and tots? Yeah. In one pan? Yeah. But why? This is more fun. This is more fun, okay? More fun for me. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. I don't care. You do what you want with your life. You ever seen that meme going around? It says nobody. And then me at 3 a.m. eating a mouthful of cheese or a handful of cheese or something. And it's a picture of a hippo with like hay sticking out of its mouth. It's pretty accurate. Okay. I'm gonna do this other one. My oven is not preheated yet. Once it is, then we'll stick that. Get it? Meow. We'll stick them in for some time. I'm not sure. Look at this one got thin too. I'll have to eat that one. Here's a regular one. We'll use this one. It's regular regular wrap. Just regular wrap, shove it in. Same thing, layering. Okay, so I have everything layered. I have these 2 extras which are super thin. So I'm just gonna eat these because it's cheese and I like cheese. Cheese is good. Okay. Yeah, so I eat this cheese. So here's my little things. They're all full of tater tots and cheese. They're full of tater tots and cheese. So yeah, just waiting still for my oven to be preheated to whatever the tater tot package said. I think it was $4.25 or something. Nom nom. Pop them in. Keep an eye on them. So I'm not really sure. Let me see here. Tater tot package says $24 to 26 minutes for a full bag. I don't have a full bag, so I'll check it in 10 minutes, I guess, and then see what's up. Oh, 15 minutes we'll give it. It's not a full bag. We'll give it 10 minutes. And then we'll see what's up. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Experimenting with me. All right, so I've taken them out. Looks like this one is slid down, so I'm gonna try and lift it up. It's not too hot. It's hot. It's still hot. It's slid down, but it hasn't slid out. See? So the sides aren't hot. I'm gonna try and see if I can wiggle it out. Well, I can't get it out. I wanted it to have like a form, just like a loaf of cheesy, what do you call these? Tater tots. On a side note, the first recorded school shooting, November 12th, 1840, in Charlottesville, Virginia. 1 killed. Not that that makes anything any better. Like, I don't know why are people, no, I just think it's laughable almost that people can be so pro-choice when it comes to telling women what to do with their bodies, but then they are so anti-gun reform, or they're so pro-Second Amendment even when it comes to school shootings. There have been probably a handful of illegally required shootings, school mass shootings like that. Not just school shootings, just mass shootings where the gun has been illegally required. We need to do better. It's just the United States, nowhere else. Tell me where. If it has been anywhere else, tell me where. You don't know? I don't know. We could all look stuff up. Anyway, I want to eat these tater tots. I got them out. Took some finagling, you see it got a little squished, but look. It's a little cute tater tot, cheesy tater tot loaf. Cheesy tater tot loaf. I'm gonna go give one to my husband. 9/11. It's 9/11. It's 9 p.m. 9:11 p.m. Man, my ends have really faded on this color. Alright, so we're going to bed now. I don't have much of a voice. Pretty straining to try to talk. my voice. I would rather not speak loud. So I'm going to bed. Tomorrow is Thursday. Have yourself a good night. Toodles.